Hi, I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. Today I'm going to show you how to play Reign of Dragoness. It's ages 8 and up, 3 to 8 players, and it takes 20 to 40 minutes. Let me show you how to play. The goal of the game is to be the first to play all of your hand of cards on a round of play. You're going to play a total of 5 rounds, regardless of how many people are playing the game. To start, we have a 3-player game set up here. You're going to want to consult the rule book, page 5. It just shows you which cards you take out. There are some specialty cards. There are fewer if you just have a 2 to 4 player game. And so you take out certain clans. It doesn't matter which clans, but you have to take out 3 of them. And a few of the specialty cards, it's easier to just leave in the ones that you need. So 1 Dragoness, Page, Squire, Dragon Knight, and Revive card. And then you're ready to begin. All the extra cards, after you've dealt out 13 to each player, are placed off to the side. I highly recommend, especially for the first few rounds, giving each player one of the reference cards. It contains all of the information you need to play besides the Revive card. They don't have info on this side, which is okay. Advanced rules are on the back. We're not going to cover those today. We're just going to stick with the basic rules to the game. So everybody takes a look at their hand. They generally, I organize from low to high, and sometimes I'll put things into runs. It's good to be flexible in this game, so don't get attached too much to any of the sets or runs that you have here. I am going to place the cards face up for gameplay today, even though during the game you wouldn't show anybody your hand of cards. And then one of the aspects of the game is that there are different clans of dragons, and some are lower ranking and some are higher ranking, and it's very easy to tell by the number of jewels on the side. So this green clan only has 2 jewels, and this orange clan has all the jewels, so this is the highest ranking clan, and this is quite low. This is used in tiebreakers, depending on what's being played out there. If you're playing the same number, it needs to have more jewels, be a higher ranking clan in order to be played. So to start, the start player for each round is whoever has the lowest card of the lowest clan. So whoever has the lowest Loken card gets to go first. They just have 1 jewel. Sometimes the 1 Loken is not dealt out. In that case, whoever has the 2 Loken would get to go first. So you just kind of check the first time you say, does anybody have the 1? If you have the 1, you just tell people. And how this game works is you are going to place a pattern of cards out in the center, and everyone has to follow the pattern. The pattern can be a single card, a set of 2 or more of the same number, or it can be a run, but runs are only of 3 to 5 cards, and that matters, and I'll show you here why in a second. So this person gets to go first because they have the lowest card, and you have to use the lowest card in your first play, in your first pattern that you are setting out. So they could play just the 1, or they have a bunch of cards in sequence here, so they might want to play the 1, 2. It's a little sad to break up their 3 of a kind here, but it's okay. They're choosing on purpose the lowest clan to put out here because it leaves them with higher clans for later on. And they can do 4, 5, and the temptation would be, this is a wild card. You have a page here, and it might feel really nice. It's pretty clear what the pages can do. They can be any number between 1 to 8. So maybe they say, ooh, I could have this be 6, then 7, and get rid of just a ton of cards. That's too many cards in your run. You can only go up to 5, so it's okay. This is still very good. And that would be the first pattern set for this game. And it goes clockwise from that. And in order for this person to play, they have to match the pattern and play something where the final card in the pattern, if it's the exact same, if they had 1 through 5, their 5 would have to be a higher clan, more jewels than this one. But they don't have anything, so they would pass. And then it goes to this person. Do they have a run of 5 cards? that they want to play. They could play 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, they can play. We'll go ahead and show what that looks like. So this, oh shoot, no, this is only a 9 through 12. So that won't work. 9, 10, 11, 12 is only 4 cards. So nobody's able to play on this. So good job. These just get discarded. We usually just discard them, I don't know, off to the side or in the middle. It doesn't really matter. And then whoever played the final cards on it gets to start the next pattern that they want to play. And so they would play their 2. And in this game, this is a 2 with 3 jewels. They can play this 2 with 5 jewels on it on top of theirs. So it's a ladder climbing game. In order to stay in, you have to play something that either meets or beats what they just played. So there are no ties in this game because there's always something that differentiates. So this goes up, and then if it's this person's turn, they probably are going to go ahead, we'll say they go ahead and play their 3. You keep on going around playing your cards, and we'll say this person plays, it's so much better for them to play their 8. And this person might choose not to play. They say, ooh, I have this pair I want to save. This is part of a run. We'll say they decide not to play. And then it comes around to this person. It's their turn. They're going to play. This person chooses to play. And it gets back around to this person again. And even if they want to at this point, even if they say, oh, you know, they're all still playing, I do want to play. Once you're out for a round, you are out. You don't get to play another card in. You just, if you've passed once, you're done. The exception to that is if this person plays their 12, actually they're going to play their lower 12 that beats it. This one barely beats it because it has 2 jewels. This one only has 1 jewel. If this person chooses to play their specialty card, the revive card, which you can't play on a 12. So that's not going to happen this round. You cannot play a revive card on a 12 or a 13. So we'll say they play their Dragoness, which is the highest card in the game. You can't play a revive card on it. And so the round would be over as soon as they played that. But if it was another round and they played 2 6s, this person played their 2 9s, this person passed, and this person wanted to play again, they can choose to play the revive card on anything that's below a 12 or a 13. And it's 1 card, but you can play it on a pair or a run or whatever. And then you reboot the round of exactly that same pattern. So they can't choose to play their 3 1s here after that. They're rebooting it, and they can choose to play 2 12s if they want. Or they could play their 2 1s, but we'll say they just feel like playing their 2 12s because they think that's going to win. Now this player has played a set of 12s, and the trick with this wild card is if it's played by itself, if you play it as a solo, this is the best wild card of the Page, Squire, and Dragon Knight. The Dragon Knight is any number between 1 and 12, and if you play it by itself, it's always a 12, and it's the highest clan. So it is always the Gildan clan that has full jewels. So now if this person wants to play against them, they have 2 12s they could play, but neither of them would beat the Gildan clan. This one, the 9 through 12, according to the rule book, it is part of the Loken clan. According to the reference card, it's the highest suit, and according to the rule book, it's the lowest suit. We're going with the lowest suit because that's in the rule book, and it makes the most sense. And he wouldn't be able to break the tie regardless. It wouldn't be higher than this card. It would match, so you wouldn't be able to beat it. So that critique of the rules, it's not the same on the 2 cards, but we just have gone with it's the lowest clan. So this would be Loken. We don't have enough jewels to beat this one. And so this player would have won. They're going to play their 3 ones, which, ooh, this person has 3 4s. So they would go ahead and beat that. And then we'll go ahead and show, and they're probably going to get pretty close here to who ends up winning the round. But I want to go through a few other bits. It's pretty clear what you go through. You just have to pass if you can't play. If you can play, you just want to be the first to play all of your cards. This one, when played singly, is always, the page is an 8 when played on its own. And it is the lowest suit, the Loken clan, so it only has 1 jewel tied to it. The squire is always a 9 when played on its own, and we're saying Loken as well. The Dragon Knight is a 12 when played on its own, and it's the highest value. The Dragoness is a 13. It's the only 13 in the game, and you can't beat it. And then we've shown how the Revive cards works, and those are the only specialty cards. So we'll quickly finish this round. This person is going to play their 2 11s. No one can beat them. Then they're going to go ahead and play their, this is 2 12s. No one can beat that. And then they just say, oh, well, I'm going to play it as a 1. This person is choosing to play this by itself. It's an 8. They can't play. It goes to this person and they play a 10. It goes to this person and they play their 12. And nobody can beat that. So they play their 2 3s and, ooh, this was a very close round. This person went out. The round is over immediately. And as soon as somebody is out of cards, and the person who ran out of their cards first gets 3 points. Second place, whoever has the next lowest amount of cards, gets 2 points. It is a tie in this game, so each player gets 2 points. If this person had 2 cards left and this person had 1, the person who is out would get 3, this person would get 2, and this person would get 1. And in the case of a 4-player game, if you have a tie for second, then no one's awarded the third place. It doesn't ever work where one person gets 3, another person each gets 2, and then another person gets 1. The tiebreaker is second and third. So that's it. You just deal up the shuffle, deal out 13 cards again, and you keep track. You play 5 rounds, and whoever has the most points at the end of 5 rounds is the winner. So that's how to play Reign of Dragoness. The target demographic for this game is it works well as a family level card game, but it's also good even if you play a lot of card games. There's enough going on here that you're still going to really enjoy the game. The rule complexity is medium. It's the basics of the game are very simple and easy to get up and running, but there's just a few little tricky points with how the wild cards work, making sure you understand those properly, and especially if you add in some of the more advanced gameplay, you're going to consult the rules a little bit. So there's a little bit there, but the basics are very easy to manage. How competitive is this game? Medium. It's nice though because you play over several rounds. So even if you just kind of have a bummer of a hand and a round doesn't go very well, what I like about this game is the scoring seems pretty gentle. So if somebody just has an amazing hand and they win by a landslide, they still only get 3 points, and then everybody else does okay. So it seems like you're always within reach of being able to come back and score some points and be in the game. So you have room for success no matter what's happened in previous rounds, which I really like. The replay value is high. It's just one of those games where it's quick, it's so addictive to play, and you say, oh, I just want to play one more round and see what happens. One more round. It's exactly the type of card game that ends up getting played to death around our house. Similar games, if you like this one, Scout is a very similar card game that's very popular, and you should check out if you like this one. And then if you're just really into the dragon theme, Dragon Wood is a fantastic dice and card game with dragons for younger kids. And then if you're ages 10 through adult, Dragon Realm is the next level of that game. And we love both. So, but we're really enjoying Reign of Dragoness. You should check it out. Thanks and see you next time from Game Like a Mother.